Hello, 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 Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading with the Esoteric Empire. Here's your card. We're going to go ahead and see what energy you're going to be feeling the most during this week. So, sadly, this is the last week of Aries. Once we hit the 21st, it will be Taurus season. So, shout out to you if it's your birthday this week or if you're an Aries, Aries, Taurus, cusp. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you this week. What energy are you going to be feeling? What is this week looking like for Aries? Ooh. Okay, Saturn. Okay, I feel like somebody's trying to avoid something, okay? All right, so with Saturn here, this is the energy you're going to be feeling. So you probably will be working hard. Taurus kind of has something to do with Saturn, but not truly. Saturn is the planet of time. And so I feel like you're going to be really like wanting things to speed back up. But as you know, with Taurus coming, it's going to slow down, okay? So the amount of work that you are going to be doing will most likely be the same, but it's going to be more tunnel vision, okay? So it's probably going to be on one thing instead of a whole bunch of other things. And then also you probably will feel that shift where everything really slows down, and I don't think you like that too much. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for you. We're going to start off with some speedy messages, and then we'll go into the actual time sequence of this week. All right, so the first speedy message is King of Cups in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, okay, I actually feel like this person is, it could be a Cancer, but I feel like this is just someone who's very like emotionally manipulative, or they don't take accountability. Something's happening with them by fate. Okay, something's going to be happening with them by fate. So you may meet this person, or maybe it's like some bad juju that comes up and hits them. Okay, hopefully that's not you. All right, the second message we have is Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Tower in reverse. Yeah, I feel like universe is going to go hit somebody for you. Okay, so that bad juju is going towards them. All right. The Tower and Five of Swords in reverse. So whatever breakdown happens is going to be very shocking, and I kind of feel like you're going to be like, oh, I didn't want it to backfire like that. So hopefully it's nothing that really attaches itself to you as well, especially if you okay, I just got this message. If you do some sort of like work on people, or if you're a root worker, if you are still attached to the person you're trying to hurt, you are going to attack yourself. I don't know who is not smart enough to know that. I'm not trying to be condescending, but be smart about what you're doing, okay? Oh, Jesus. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the beginning, middle, and end of this week. All right, Aries, I feel like somebody's feeling out of their elements. I'm not going to lie. Saturn is also the planet of struggle, but it also will reward you if you can get through it effectively. So you're showing up as a Six of Pentacles. So this is actually really good. You're going to be receiving some sort of really good news or money, financial things, especially with the Six of Pentacles. That has a lot to do with money. So you could also be getting a promotion or a raise during this week. I feel like somebody's getting a gift. Okay, I don't know what this gift has to do with. Let's see what mood you're going to be in. All right, so I see domination, and this card also has your energy on it, which is Aries and Mars. So I feel like whatever work you've been putting down throughout the end of your Aries season is definitely going to be showing up as you being the winner. And if you were really planning on some money coming through, that's a yes, okay? All right. Okay, so in the beginning of the week, we have Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like somebody's not satisfied. I'm not sure if this is with materials or money. Somebody's not happy about what they have. Okay, why is this Nine of Pentacles in reverse coming up? Seven of Pentacles. Somebody feels like they work too hard to only make this much, or they work too hard to not be able to enjoy their home. Which, I mean, yeah, okay, I can understand that. Let me see. Or somebody's upset because they didn't get paid overtime or something. We have Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's like, I have to drive all this way to go to work, or I'm going back and forth to work. I'm not seeing the results in my paycheck. I feel like that's a pretty common issue. I don't know if you're noticing that now out of the blue, or if you've been feeling this way. We have Six of Cups here. I feel like somebody's kind of like wanting to go back to their old job, actually. And if this is not a job, it may be a relationship, because I do see the Two of Cups showing up here. Okay, Six of Cups. Yeah, so this is something that's already been finished. The Emperor, Two of Cups. So you could even be thinking about a past lover, like especially if it's a male. I'm seeing that you feel like you should have went back to what you used to have because it's not working out in your new thing, or currently what you're doing. This also could be about a boss, because we do have the Emperor here, and that we know what the Emperor represents. So it's either your last lover or your last job. But I feel like love and job is the same thing for you. I feel like you're somebody who's very focused on your career. You love working. You love all of that shit. It's like the same thing to you. Your job relationship is the same as your love relationship in your eyes. Okay, so somebody doesn't feel like there's value here. Yeah, and so with the Magician showing up, this is saying that you have the tools to fix the situation. So either you ask for a raise, or you go to a new job, or you go back to your old job. But I feel like you know that it only takes one call or one step for you to get something done. Yeah, so you're not worried about it, but you do feel like this ain't working. I think you tried to give something, you know, a week or so or something like that, to where you were like, okay, I'm not feeling this. Maybe a month, okay? Because I am seeing 3 weeks, 777. So you gave it like 3 weeks and you're feeling like, I'm not feeling this. I'm ready to move on to something else. Interesting. So let's move on to the middle of your week. During this time in the middle of the week, it will be Taurus season. Okay, Gemini is showing up. I feel like this is also something you're keeping to yourself. So if it has something to do with a career and not a person, you're thinking of what you're going to do for your career in the future, but you're not telling anybody. All right, so we have a Gemini if this is a person. So it's not you. I feel like this is also a conversation that you're going to be having, though, in the middle of the week, but only with the Gemini. If it is someone you're telling, it's going to be that Gemini. Other than that, I don't think you're going to be saying it to anybody. So it could be like a coworker, or maybe your spouse or sibling. You're like, man, I think I'm going to quit because you don't want to say anything. All right, what is this Prince of Pentacles showing up for? Also, I want to say Saturn is the planet of work. So yeah, this could just be a career reading for you, financial reading. All right. I just heard playtime is over, right? So you're just focused on work during this time. Prince of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Chariot. Yeah, so you're thinking about making a change. A very drastic change, very quick. Like, I don't think you're putting very much... You don't feel very emotional about it. You're just like, it's not working, I'm ready to move on. So, yeah. All right, Prince of Pentacles. You also could be talking to a Cancer Gemini cusp about this. Or they could be the reason why you're ready to move on. I feel like you feel like you deserve more. Or if you're married, whoever your spouse is or whatever, they're saying like you could do better, you can go somewhere else, like just change your job. So yeah, remember I was saying you could be talking to somebody like that's close to you, like that Gemini or whatever, that could be your spouse, and they're like, just change your job, who cares? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you want to get the ball rolling. You're like, fuck it, like whatever happens is supposed to happen. You're willing to take that leap because you're ready to do something different. So some of you could have been working at this job for a very long time and you just don't see the progression in it. And so you're like, okay, let me just, like, what do I actually want to do? Like, let me just go towards that. What do I feel like I want to do? If I feel like I don't want to be at this job, I'm not going to be at this job. So I feel like it's becoming a little bit more practical for you. I think in the past, it was very much so like about money or how am I going to pay this bill if I quit? And at this point, you're like, nah, I don't want to be there, so why am I there? It's becoming very practical and also just like emotionally driven. Okay. So yeah, you're definitely in the middle of this week. I see you kind of making that decision. Definitely by the end of the week, you will have a decision made. Yeah, Three of Pentacles, it's about work. You're like, yeah. So I see you making a decision because you want to think about the future. You're like, this is not, I don't want to see myself here even a month from now. So I see you really planning on going on to something else. And I don't think it's really any hard feelings. It's just you don't fuck with this job. So moving towards, let's see, the end of this week, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is beautiful. This means that you're not nervous. I actually feel like at this time you did make your decision and you don't feel bad about it. You're like, this is what I want to do. I'm moving on. Fuck that. Yeah, Two of Wands. So you're moving on to that new opportunity. Yeah, and you're doing it all based off of your own desires with that Aries energy here and Mars energy here. So you're moving on to something bigger and better. You see an opportunity and you're taking it, period. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Yes, you're making that step. So at the end of this week, you most definitely are moving on to a new job or whatever you're trying to leave behind. You're making that decision and you don't feel bad about it at all. You don't feel bad. Seven of Swords. Actually, okay, so some of you guys are actually doing it maybe not in the best way because Seven of Swords is in secret. So you literally could just be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like not show up instead of like actually doing like, you know, the right way, putting your week's notice in or whatever. But I see somebody's like, fuck it, I'm just not gonna show up anymore. And then there's somebody who they're not telling their co-workers about it, but they're telling their boss. But they're like, no, you don't have to tell anyone. I'm just like, today's gonna be my last day. I don't know why you would do it like that, but it looks like somebody's doing it that way. Or you're just not showing up and you don't give a fuck. All right, so yeah, that's very clear, dry, cut, whatever. Not really much to say about that. So let's see who could be around you. We have Taurus and 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're like, they don't pay me enough for this shit. So yeah, we have some Taurus energy here. I do think this is just in regards to your work life and the money that you make at that job. Yeah, Ace of Water. I just think you don't like it. Like, you just emotionally don't like it. You don't see the value in it, or they don't see the value in you. And you're like, fuck this. I'm gone. Okay, so now let's get your oracle messages. Starting off with the human perspective, and then we'll shift up into the more conscious spiritual perspective. All right, so for this week for Aries, nice. 9 of Swords. So you are nervous, I feel like, in the beginning of the week about all of this. I feel like it is stressing you out. But like I said, at the end of the week, you literally have 9 of Swords in reverse, which tells me you're going to be fine. Like, you're going to just make your decision. I think the only issue with this is you may get pushed to the point where you're like, fuck it. That's the only thing I'm seeing. Like, somebody's like, fuck this. So hopefully it isn't like that. Hopefully you aren't just like storming out of the, hopefully it's not like an explosive thing. But I do see you're like, nah, this is not for me. I'm done. I want to move on. If you've been in, especially this is a relationship, but I do think it is career related. If you've been at this place for a while or something, and you feel like, oh, I'm letting everybody down, or I'm going to lose friends or coworkers, whatever the fuck this is, don't worry about it. This is like saying, okay, sometimes you got to go through the growing pains in order to actually grow past a certain situation. It's fine. I think somebody else had that too. I think Sagittarius had that as well. So if you have like placements in Sagittarius, you may have that type of heartache and loss within that area of your life. But honestly, in a career reading like this, I just feel like this means you're gonna move past the job, and it's fine. Like, sometimes you just gotta do that shit. All right, so that is your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you during this last week of Aries. It seems like you're making that change. Aries is all about that switch, that cardinal energy of changing up to something new, honey. So it looks like you're gonna be getting a new job this week, or at least quitting this one. So yeah, that is your reading. If you want to see more readings like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And if you want to have a private reading with me, all you have to do is email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com, and I'll get back with you on that. All right? Yeah, that's it. See you next week, Aries. Bye.